I wasn't going to make a video about this, but this is easily one of the cheapest mechanical devices you can get, so I thought why not just make a super quick video on it. This is the SeenDA mechanical number pad, also known as the Jellycomb number pad, and this can be had for only $17 US. So basically I'm just making a simple key switch tester for someone, and they liked my scratchy wooden numpad that I made a while back, so we grabbed the cheapest numpad we could find. However, you can also buy proper key switch testers, which comes with different switches and a PCB. Opening up the box, we have the numpad itself and some paperwork. Here's the numpad, and it features 22 keys, which is more than usual. So we have a tab key and the top row keys, which includes a backspace, so it's packing some decent functionality. It has a floating key design, so the key switches are exposed on the sides with no top shell, so it might not particularly match your keyboard. The top is made from steel and the base is plastic, and the profile of the metal plate is somewhat similar to what Corsair would do. The keycaps are somewhat thin ABS caps, and they're using pad printed legends, which aren't great, but what can you expect at this price? And underneath the keycaps, they're using Ultimu blue switches, which are clicky and loud, more so than Cherry MX blues, so I quite like that. And it's just nice to have a numpad handy if you have a compact keyboard like a 10 keyless or smaller, and taking it out for some reason if you need to punch in a load of numbers, and like if you want a game, you can simply put it away for more space. But let's open it up and get to replacing those key switches. There's no backlighting, so there's no LEDs to desolder, and this is just the task of desoldering and removing the switches. It's not that difficult, you just have to reflow the solder and suck it up with any cheapo pump. I recommend using a small chisel tip. Then we just have to unclip the switches. You can get specialized tools for this, but you can also just use a pair of tweezers or a flathead screwdriver. I have a bunch of switches here to put in, which include Cherry, Gateron, Kale, Razor and Ultimu, and all these just clip into place. And through-hole soldering switches is some of the easiest soldering you can come across, so if you ever want to do some soldering work with your keyboard, then just look up some tutorials on YouTube, because it's really easy and it's easier than you think. I've done this before, so I won't show it again, but basically all the keycaps were primed, painted and clear coated for protection, so they should be durable enough, but still we don't use plastic ring keycap pullers for these. And here it is all done, and since we're dealing with paint here, I did mess up a few keycaps, so some needed to be substituted, which is unfortunate, but they're quite similar anyway. But overall it's pretty clean, but of course not perfect. Overall the unit is very good value for under 20 bucks. While it's not of course built like a tank, it still features a steel backplate, so the build is still reasonable, so it's not a bad idea to just keep it on the side and take it out just in case. And I'll end this with a quick sound test.